It's not complicated. It's as simple as 2 words. All right, here we go. I got 2 words for you today. 2 words, here they are. Championship accountability. Championship accountability. Want to ask you a question today. Here it is. How do you feel about accountability? I mean, let's make no bones about it. Accountability is not really one of the top 10 favorite words for most people. Accountability can be uncomfortable for lots of different reasons. It's uncomfortable because when we do things wrong, we don't usually like being called out for it. Accountability is uncomfortable because we don't always like being held to the higher standards that we once said we wanted to be. Let's face it, it's hard to have discipline. It's hard to stay motivated. It's hard to work hard. And when somebody wants to hold us accountable to that, we can sometimes feel like maybe we've let somebody down. Maybe we are not good enough to live up to the standard because we got called out, because we fell short, because we made a mistake, or just chose to not want to on that day. Accountability is hard. And that's why it's the trait of champions. And why today I'm calling us to championship accountability. That we would be the kind of young men and young women who do not shy away from being held to the standard. Who do not shy away from doing the hard work to achieve the goals that we chose. Isn't it funny how sometimes we have to be held to the standard to be motivated to reach the goals that we chose? You see, we all need accountability. And if we want to win championships in sports and in life, then we need to have championship accountability. And championship accountability has 2 main ideas behind it. That there is both a me-to-me accountability and a me-to-you accountability. So let's talk about it. A me-to-me, that's internal. Championship accountability begins with me-to-me. That I am going to set a standard and I'm going to live to the standard that I said I would live, even when I don't feel like it. But how do you do that? Well, you make the commitment to say that just because I didn't get caught doesn't make it right. That just because I didn't get in trouble doesn't make it right. That I am going to do what I said I would do because I said I would do it. And that is a muscle, just like anything else. Just like in the squat or the bench press or the power clean, there's technique and there's strength that has to be built up over time. And so you begin with the little things, to do the little things you say you will do as a way of getting a rep. We get great at what we get reps at. That we would build the muscle of internal accountability, of doing what we said we will do. There are 1,000 different ways we can do it, but let me give you a simple example. We all in the mornings have alarm clocks, most of us on a phone. And usually what we do is one of 2 things. We either have about 4 or 5 or 6 different alarms, 6 o'clock, 6:05, 6:10, 6:15, 6:20, or we have one alarm and we hit the snooze button 5 times until we get to 7:02, which we know is the last possible minute that we can get out of bed and get to school on time. So to build the muscle of internal accountability, one exercise is to set one alarm and wake up with that one alarm. No snooze, no backup alarms. To set one alarm and wake up when you said you would wake up. And see, to do that is going to require you to begin to take action prior to that alarm going off. To be able to wake up at that first alarm, you're going to have to go to bed at a certain time. To go to bed at a certain time, that means you're going to have to get rid of distractions like your phone, like your TV. That means you're going to have to set those to the side 30 to 45 minutes before you're ready to fall asleep. That means you're going to have to do your homework before it's time to go to bed. That means you're going to have to tell your friends, I can't hang out right now because I got to do my homework so I can get to bed on time. That you have to start making choices and preparation to execute on the one decision that you made. And you begin to see very quickly how the me-to-me accountability is about me choosing to prepare and execute on the things that I want. That's internal accountability. That you would do what you said you would do, and you do the work to prepare for it because you said you would. The alarm clock is one example. There's 1,000 others. You choose, but each day, find one way to hold yourself accountable and to build that muscle. Now, the second piece of championship accountability, the first is me to me. The second is me to you and you to me. That's to say that I'm going to willingly choose to take responsibility for you. That I'm going to invest my energy into you. That I'm going to care about you and your goals just like I would care about my goals. That your success is my success and my success is yours. That when we have this me to you accountability, we start looking around and we go, look, you're not living to the standard, so I'm going to call you out. That I'm going to call you not just out for not living up to the standard, but I'm going to care enough to also come alongside you and help you get it right. Because I'm more committed and I'm more concerned about you than I am about being uncomfortable. You see, and that's what makes championship accountability a trait of champions. Because we become committed to one another more than we become committed to the goal. That it's not the goal that drives us. It's not the goal that I keep holding you, but it's that I'm committed to you and I want you to be your best. And so I'm going to be willing to hold you accountable. You see, championship accountability isn't just about doing what you said you would do. That's one piece of it. It's about committing to one another and holding each other to the standard because you love each other so much. And when you do this both ways, all of a sudden mistakes, they don't hold power over you. They aren't judgments on your value and worth. Instead, they become opportunities for you to take ownership, responsibility, accountability to grow and to get better. All of a sudden, when you get called out in a championship accountability setting, you are no longer worried about, does this mean that they don't like me? No, by them calling you out, that's the evidence that they do like you. More than that, that they love you and they're committed to you because they cared enough to call you out. That when coach coaches you hard, you don't view that as a sign of them not liking you. You view that as a sign of how much they care for you. You see, championship accountability is uncomfortable. And yet, it's in that uncomfortableness that we grow. It's in that place where we have to choose the standard over our feelings, where we have to choose to do what we said we would do, even when we don't feel like it, that growth happens, that discipline is built, that integrity becomes the foundation of your success is built upon. So listen to me, friends. I don't know what your goals and dreams are, big or small, short-term or long, but I do know this, that if you want to find success in the game of sports and the game of life, well, it's not complicated. It's as simple as 2 words. You got to have championship accountability. Let's have a good one today.